Unraveling the intricate tapestry, the history of Japan. A land of rich tradition, vibrant culture, and technological progress, Japan's history is fascinating. Our journey begins on the mystical islands where the earliest inhabitants, the Jomon people, lived as early as 14,000 BC. Enter the Yayoi period, around 300 BC. The major change was the introduction of wet rice farming, weaving of silk, and the first signs of a social hierarchy. This period marked the birth of Japan's agricultural society. Fast forward to the 3rd century AD, the Kofun period. Enormous burial mounds, called tumuli, were constructed for the elites. This era saw the emergence of a unified state under a central ruler. Then came the Asuka period in the 6th century. Buddhism was introduced, having a profound influence on Japanese art, culture, and philosophy. This was also the time of the dramatic Taika reforms which centralized power. In the Nara period in the 8th century, Japan's first written constitution was composed. This was the period of remarkable cultural and intellectual growth, where the foundations of Japan's culture were laid. The Heian period, 794 to 1185, was marked by an explosion of literature, art, and culture. Aristocrats in Kyoto enjoyed a life of elegant sophistication, creating the world's first novel, The Tale of Genji. The Kamakura period was a tumultuous era of warfare, where the samurai class emerged and held real political power. The Mongols invaded twice, both times repelled by typhoons, or kamikaze, meaning divine wind. Next, the Muromachi period was characterized by political rivalries leading to a century of civil wars. The Ashikaga shogunate held power, and cultural developments like the tea ceremony and No theater were born. The Azuchi Momoyama period saw the reunification of Japan under Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi. They fostered a culture of artistic patronage, leading to a boom in castle building and the popularization of tea ceremonies. Enter the Edo period, 1603 to 1868. Japan was unified under the Tokugawa shogunate, and a policy of isolation was implemented. This period was marked by economic growth, stable society, and flourishing arts. The Meiji period, 1868 to 1912, marked the end of Japan's isolation. Rapid modernization and westernization were initiated, transforming Japan from a feudal society into a modern industrialized nation. The Taisho period was a brief, democratic period, where Japan continued to modernize and engage with the world. It led to the liberal Taisho democracy movement, which influenced subsequent generations. The Showa era, 1926 to 1989, spanned the rise of militarism, World War II, and Japan's post-war recovery. The country re-emerged as a global economic powerhouse, with cutting-edge technology and pop culture exports. The Heisei era, 1989 to 2019, was marked by economic stagnation, natural disasters, and social change. Despite challenges, Japan remained a global leader in technology and was the world's 3rd largest economy. Reiwa, the current era, began in 2019, symbolizing beautiful harmony. It represents the hopes for a generation that values everyone's freedom and unity. The history of Japan is not just a series of dates and events, it's the story of its people, their resilience, and their unyielding spirit. It's the story of Japan, a nation that seamlessly merges tradition with innovation.